Alrighty. Hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. Sorry I've been gone a couple days. I have been very, I can't say sick. We'll go with unwell. Um, Karting on Saturday took a nasty toll on my body that I did not anticipate. Fun fact, if you've never done uh, full race karting before, it is extremely jarring, it is extremely grating, and overall painful. Especially when you're like me and didn't know to get the right kind of safety equipment. So I overstressed the back left portion of my neck to the point I couldn't turn my head yesterday. And had the headache from hell. So, yeah. I've not been well. But I was actually a guest on Sadie's stream last night because all I was doing was laying here on my recliner with my head propped as I talked to her about cars. And I only made it a couple hours before I couldn't focus anymore and my head hurt so bad. You can actually probably hear how tired I am. And it's not like sleepy tired, it's physical exhaustion from my body trying to heal me. My healing ability is taxed greatly at the moment. And I will be happy to feel good again. Let's get Genshin loading up here. So, Bunny, I doubt you're probably here ever gonna see this, but I just saw Bunny posted that she's going on hiatus as well. So that's now Miyuki and Bunny on hiatus. Hopefully everything goes smoothly for you. I don't know what triggered such a thing for you. I don't know if everything's okay or not. I will check later and find out for sure just to make sure everything's okay, but I wish you all the best and I hope that it's not a big deal. Oh, right, I have to click. Bear with me if I seem a bit stupid. Like I said, my brain is tired. All of my physical energy expenditure is me trying to heal. So when it comes to... Hey, J-Mac, how's it going, bud? What are you up to, huh? Hey, yeah. Sorry if I seem a little lo-fi and tired. Karting took a major toll on my body that I did not anticipate. I didn't have the right safety equipment. I'm sure you saw my post. V-Pair broke quite badly. I broke the upper right seat mount to the point I actually sheared the metal. I actually sheared the metal post off the cart. So it's going to the local machine shop to be reinforced and welded back together later this week. But I didn't have any of the safety equipment, and it took a nasty toll on my body, and I did feel really bad. Today I'm just tired. Sorry I haven't been on recently. State testing. Oh, dude, no worries, you're fine. It's good to see you again. I did notice you were missing a bit. I figured life was keeping you busy on the run around. Like I said, you never have to be sorry for being busy. Life is, life is like that. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, life's like that. No big deal, dog. It happens. Not concerned with it. Glad to have you back, though. You are always a friendly face to see. Hopefully all of your testing went well. What is this? Overflowing mastery. Huh. Alright, this is the one I was doing yesterday. When I could still think. Altar of Flames. No, I need something about embers. That won't work. Alright, we'll close that up for the moment. Where am I even at right now? Is this Liyue? I think this might be Liyue. Jillian Karst, it is indeed Liyue. Thought so. Alright, so let's go. I was building characters yesterday to try to attack Sumeru a little more. Xinyan is now ready to be leveled up, which is good. What else do we have in terms of her weapons? Let's enhance the weapons. Oh, wait. Switch them. Serpent Spine. Don't I need something from... No, it's Wednesdays. Crap. Alright, well, I'm stuck with that for a minute. Okay, this is currently my best weapon, the bell. Easily my best power output. Artifact sets are good. C2, talents. I can't really level her up anymore because I don't have any of these, and it's also a Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, which is really inconvenient. Huh. All the 5-stars have their own thing. I don't know, because Jean and... or Ayaka and Rosario... I wonder what the difference is. Weird. Alright, well, whatever. Okay, I can't level her up anymore. Oh dear, she's still level 1. I can't level her up either, I'm stuck with her. Alright, let's get a better lineup going right now. Swap you back up for Xinyan.
Let's jam. Make sure to keep up.
Okay, that'll work better for now. And where was my next quest? I have a bunch of quests I can do. So...
I do hope the Knights of Favonius are all working hard.
Here we go. Alright, let's do my dailies first. F122 is very fun. Yeah, I'm excited to play that. Should be a fun thing to do. Like I said, that's going to be Wednesday after I knock out some of my commissions on Genshin here, assuming everything goes well. Tomorrow is the PC build, so I'm off tomorrow, but we are planning to get the PC built and operational tomorrow night. So I'm hoping to spend tomorrow afterwards, like, gearing up the new PC. I'm a bit nervous because I have to take this PC out of commission. I have everything uploaded to the cloud, so I'm hoping it all goes smoothly. That way on Wednesday I can just play, is what I'm hoping for. So, time will tell. We'll find out. But yes, if I can play on Wednesday, that would be awesome, because F122 does look really fun. I actually picked up 2 games. I picked up F1 2022, and I also picked up a little game called Code Vein. Both of which look like they could be fun, so we'll have to see. Oh, it's an Eye of the Storm. Crap, I don't want to do that. Alright, fine. F1 2022 has its weird mechanics, like traction. What do you mean, weird traction mechanics? Elaborate for me. What was that thing? Was that Calvin and Hobbes? That's what it was. He sits down in front of the TV, turns it on. Pander to me. You get wheel spin in 5th gear? Seriously? That sounds tricky.
Snow. Remember, tend to your boots when we return.
That will be interesting, getting wheel spin in 5th gear. Huh. I wonder why that happens. Seems a bit odd if you ask me. Yeah, it's weird like that. It sounds like it, because that's not very normal.
You can't run.
Yeah, I'm 100% not practicing right now. Why don't I believe you? One, I'm a sweat in the F1 games. Two, I'm a veteran. Three, I don't know why you do not. Do not what? I don't know why you do not believe me. Call it a hunch, but normally when somebody isn't practicing something, they don't say, I'm definitely not practicing. Seems a little sus. Seeming a little sus lately. Wait, what is this one? Okay, just Tilly Churl Towers. I forgot. It's all good. Thanks for redeeming it. Appreciate it. You said, sorry I'm not as talkative as I usually am. My body is very heavily taxed at the moment, and it's sucking a lot of my energy out. It's kind of like always being in an energy deficit, and it's awful. All good, I don't mind. Well, thank you for understanding. Like I said, I try to be more energetic than this usually. But right now, this is about the best I can do. Okay, let's jump up to this one. So yeah, JMac, I actually just posted videos in Cicada Racing Division on the Discord. Did you get to see? They aren't very long clips. I had to trim them because my parents kept saying things. So, yep. Yeah, that was, so I did participate. I placed dead last in every heat. I placed dead last in every practice and dead last in the race. But, A, I tried. B, I did learn some things about my kart. And C, let's be real, it was my first time. Probably wasn't going to go out and kill it on my first attempt. However, like I said, I did learn a few things that I didn't necessarily expect to have an issue with. Phew, well, that was a pretty good hit right there.
Wait, hear me.
Mechanical issues, a love-hate relationship. I can't even say that. Like, mechanical issues were a part of it. Oh, wait, it's affected by pyro when it's up here. Nice. Or hydro when it's up here. Nice. can freeze it solid if I hit it. Come on. Do this. There we go. Perfect. Just what I wanted you to do.
You can't run. Power cord. Lights out.
That'll keep it pinned down for a minute. Nice. But so yeah, sorry about that. I was in the middle of a fight as I got to talking there. So yeah, I found out a few things about my cart again that I didn't know about. For one, I measured my rear track width wrong. That meant that my cart was on a... Let's put it this way. There are 6 main corners on this track. 4 of them are left-handers. They are also the 4 most significant corners on the track. They are the fastest, they are the hardest, and they are the most aggressive corners on the track. And they are all 4 left-handers. I had my right rear wheel inset further than my left rear wheel, meaning that it was harder for me to corner in a left-hand turn. So, yeah. That was mistake 1. Mistake 2. I applied to the wrong division entirely. Tried to get into 206 Senior, which, to be fair, is my age division. But I'm a heavy boy. So, they bumped me up to the Masters division, giving me a more accurate weight class in terms of, rather than age. Again, I don't mind. It's a good thing. With one major difference. Because I'm heavier, I need more gearing. My cart's too slow. It won't get out of its own way because I'm kind of heavy. I need more gear to get me out of the corner. And, in other words, it's because I'm fat. I'm fat. I'm really, really fat. That took way too much energy. I'm tired now. Why am I this tired? Huh? Bruh. You know what? Don't you call me pudgy, portly, or stout, because I'll tell you once again, who's fat? Bum, 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 bum. You're 126? Well, it's not just your weight. It's your weight plus the cart. So let me do my... If you were on my cart, let me do the math. Because you're old enough, I think you would be running in my division, or the senior division, not my division anymore. So the cart's about 175-ish pounds. So plus 126, 301. So you'd be one of the kids who'd have to be bolting 1,000 weights to his seat to make weight. There are kids who have to bolt. The one kid had 17 weights bolted to his seat so he could make the legal weight for his age requirement, which I find obscene. That's a ton of weight. They should have a lightweight class is what they should have, because they normally have 2 classes, 206 senior, 206 senior heavy. And what it is it's for the bigger boys like me who, you know, have trouble making 360 weight class. You would have trouble, my friend, making weight because you're too far under by almost 60 pounds if you were driving my cart. So you'd have to find a way to attach 60 pounds of weight to your cart to make it usable for race, which is amazing to me. That's... You weigh 100 pounds less than I do. Yeah, your minimum weight after the race has to be 360 pounds. My cart... Excuse me. My cart with a full fuel load weighs about 185. So you'd still have to find 50 pounds if you filled your fuel tank every time. It could help, TBH, adding weights. Not when you're only on a little lawnmower engine. Those, yeah, that. Sorry. Uh, like I said, I'm tired. My brain kind of just loses its train of thought sometimes. The problem is these carts don't make a ton of power. Therefore, when you do try to make them go fast, weight is one of the first things that matters. That's why these carts have such a weight tolerance on them. They don't want people coming in because they weigh less than others and having a huge advantage. So you have to put down this weight to make sure. All right.
Our bond is strong.
That's Burgeon, Overload, Aggravate. That was easy. But yeah, the problem is the weight overloads the cart, and it makes it harder to move it because it's so heavy. So I would recommend, if you can be lighter, you're usually better off. Come on, get close.
Barbados, guide us.
Okay, there we go. Alright, let's do...
Amp it up. Lightning terrified.
Alright, that should get it home.
Punishment.
Now I was saying if there's more left turns, you can move the weights to the right to keep a good balance. Possibly, I suppose. I didn't really think about trying that. My problem is I can't add weights even if I want to. I'm already overweight by 10 pounds, even in the heavy class. Okay, yep, same thing every time now. But yeah, you might... I don't know if that's legal or not. I guess it could be. There's enough of them that you kind of just usually have to... Like the one kid with 17 weights, he just had to put as many on the cart as he could fit. And he was running out of places to stash them. It's kind of wild, actually, watching him try to squeeze that many weights on a cart.
Add Astra.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. Alright, where are we at in terms of shopping? 6. I need 4 more. And that's only enough for 1, damn it. Shop. Is that Genshin I see? Yes, hi, Koi. It is indeed Genshin. Trying to get into Sumeru tonight. And I'm getting very close to making another pull for Ganyu. I have 7 fates at the moment. So, we continue to try to edge closer and closer to making a pull. By tomorrow or Wednesday, I should be able to make a 5 pull, or a 10 pull. I edited a picture of my cat and made him do the rock stare. That sounds adorable. Excuse me. Okay, so I can't worry about this. That's Requiem for the Echoing Depths. In the Depths, an unexpected reunion.
Day to the fullest.
I have to go to Catherine and Mondstadt for this? Okay. I'll send it to you. Yes, please do. That sounds adorable. Koi, and I wanted to say, I'm saying sorry to everybody here today. I didn't stream at all this weekend. I was supposed to, both days. Saturday, I went to go-karting, and Sunday, go-karting did a number on my body, and I felt very bad all weekend. That's all good. Prioritize yourself, dude. Yeah, that's what... It sucked because I had to. I didn't want to have to stop. But Saturday, I fell down the stairs. Yikes. We both were hurting on Saturday. You had just as much pain as I did then, it sounds like. Actually, probably more. Had to wear a bandage for a bit. I can imagine. See, all of mine was internal. I overstressed my body quite a lot. Because I cut my knee real bad. Eee. Yeah, my condolences, Koi. That sounds terrible. I fell down the basement stairs, which are wood. Eee. Yeah, that's definitely not fun. Mine was all self-inflicted. I didn't wear the proper safety equipment while karting because I didn't know it was for more than just comfort. And 2 days later, I'm still paying for it. It hurts a lot. I am in a lot of pain. Okay, what have we got?
Traveler, right on cue.
Hey, Catherine! Got any new commissions for us today? Also, how come you look so happy to see us? What have you done?
I went to the shrine to draw a fortune slip earlier. The shrine maiden told me that it is the season for an unexpected reunion.
Okay.
Catherine? Drawing fortune slips at the shrine? Is it just Paimon, or is that the most unusual thing ever? Wait, no, that's not the unusual part. We're in Liyue. You went to Inazuma and back in a single day?
Even I have a private life, you know.
Huh.
Okay, so when you say unexpected reunion, you mean running into us, right?
Who can say? But the anticipation of knowing that an unexpected reunion is due is making me happy to see everyone I cross paths with today.
Okay.
Fair enough. Even though we see each other pretty much every day, whatever makes you happy.
Unexpected reunion.
Wait, are you saying? Oh, Paimon gets it. Well, let's just hope the Shrine Maiden was right. Fingers crossed we find her.
I'm sorry. Did I say something I shouldn't have? You both seem a little down.
Oh, it's nothing. Anyway, back to business. Do you have a new commission you want to give to us?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. This one is from a miner. It seems to be related to investigating the chasm.
Really? Does this mean the chasm's not sealed off anymore?
I will leave the requester to fill you in on all the relevant details. His name is Yue Hui, and he should be at the chasm right now.
All right then. Thanks, Catherine. We'll head there right away.
Very well. Ad Astra Abyssosque. This time you are truly bound for the abyss. Good luck to you both.
Okay. Requiem of the Echoing Depths. So am I not going to Sumeru yet? Do I have to do the chasm first? Wait. Why can't I continue this one? Imperatrix Ambrosa. Wherefore to did the spirit descend? Imperatrix Ambrosa. Okay. Not sure I understand. Huh. Alright, I'm confused now. Well, what we'll do is we'll just keep going after these for now. That's the,
I just came up with
oops.
some new riff. Want it?
This is the... This is the way it says to go, so this is the way we shall go. Follow the... What the hell was I saying? Wow, my brain is shot. I can't come up with the things I want to say. God. I sound like I've had a stroke. I swear I haven't. It was just a lot of pain. Follow the...
Hi there.
The hell was it?
You must be Yue Hui, right?
I have no
We've been
idea.
sent by the Adventurers Guild.
Ah, great. Good to meet you. Yes, I was the one who posted that commission.
Yo, you look like the strong man in the circus with that mustache, bro. What? It's Cyrus the Strong Man in the Big Top, one night only this Saturday at your local abandoned mall parking lot. Oh, that's the best announcer voice I have. Where is it? Can I find it? This weekend. There it is. Found it. I still have this. Alright, yeah. We're good. I haven't lost it all, just a little bit.
Wait a second. You look kind of familiar. Are you a famous adventurer or something?
It's complicated.
Oh, alright then. I'll start by introducing myself. I'm Yue, a miner, and I received a mining permit for the chasm just recently. I have a handful of other guys in my crew.
Seriously? They actually give permits out for the chasm?
Yes, the folks over at Eugene Terrace finally came to their senses and are now allowing a limited amount of ore mining near the surface. We were among the first to gain approval. But some things have happened recently that put all the miners on edge.
Really? What happened? We haven't heard anything.
So, it's hard to say exactly how big of an issue it is. Could be something, could be nothing. The main thing is that it's just very strange. While one of the miners was on a break, he suddenly noticed a few hilly trolls walking his way. They seemed like they were in a daze or something. They walked right by him without giving him a single glance. They just made a beeline for the depths of the chasm.
That's unsettling.
After that, the miner started observing his surroundings more closely and noticed the same thing happening time and time again.
Are the hilly trolls just curious? Maybe they just want to take a peek inside.
Not likely. The strange part is that in all of the time this miner's been watching the hilly trolls,
Okay.
he's never seen any of them come back out.
Oh, they dead.
It seems to be a one-way trip. Once the hilly trolls go in, they never emerge again. It seems to be happening more and more frequently as of late. What are these hilly trolls up to? What happens to them after they go inside? Is there a disaster brewing? These are the kinds of thoughts going through the guys' heads now. Everyone's driving themselves crazy worrying about it.
Sorry, my mom came home. Oh, it's all good, Koi. You're good. So yeah, I found out that my safety equipment that I'm using, I have a helmet and a jacket and gloves. Turns out I'm also supposed to have some type of rib protector and a neck brace that I didn't know about. They're not mandatory, but highly recommended. I thought it was just for, like, in case of accidents. I'm like, I'll be fine. I don't plan on having an accident. I mean, after all, it's not the speed that kills you. It's suddenly becoming stationary is what does you in. So I didn't worry about getting those two items, thinking they were only optional. Yeah, I understand why even the adults were using them now. I was like one of the only people there without them. And yeah, the longer I went through the day, I realized it's not there for their safety in a wreck. It's there to help them take the abuse that is karting. So, yeah, like this motion right here, I'm turning my head to the left. I couldn't do that yesterday. Matter of fact, I can turn way further to the right. My head stops faster turning left. It won't turn as far. It's not fun.
Paimon's not surprised. Paimon feels spooked just hearing about it.
Strange is definitely the right word.
The deepest fear is the fear of the unknown, you know? So we have to get to the bottom of it before everyone can put their minds at rest.
Alright.
Do we really want to take this commission? Thanks, Mr. Miner, sir. We need to consider it first.
We'll take it.
You can at least pretend to consider Paimon's opinion first.
I'm inclined to think the Abyss Order is
So
involved.
that's where you're coming from. Well, okay then. Maybe we will find some clues about your twin. You'll really regret it if you don't go, huh?
So, what's your verdict? Will you take the commission? No pressure, but I gotta say, I'm not loving the prospect of my mining permit going to waste.
Yep, we'll take it. We're kinda curious ourselves now, too.
Great. You're doing me an enormous service here. Now, let me give you the rough location that the hilly trails keep heading to.
We're gonna jump over to the other side and paraglide down. God, I keep spacing out. It's weird. Ah. Wonder if I can hit the bullseye from here. Watch this. Cannonball! That's actually really good aim. It's really dark down here. Okay. First things first, I need that light thing for this area. Oh, excuse me. What is this? Parametric transformer. Huh. What this does. Add items of quality 150 above to initiate transmutation. Okay. Not really sure what this has to do with anything, but like what? Okay, that thing's weird. What else do I... There it is, Lumenstone Adjuvant.
If there's fire in your soul, you gotta rock and roll. So come on, let's get moving.
Wow, I never noticed this place actually has an echo. That's wild. I think I have to go this way to get down here. Am I correct? No, I'm not. Yes, I am. There it is. I knew it was in here. Yeah, let's stand on the edge of boards that sound like that when you step on them. That's a good idea. Oh, hey, there's something up there. Might have to make another trip down this way. Interesting. Yeah, this seems like a safe place to go. Oh boy. Dang, this little dude's got no kind of chill. He's Geo, so he doesn't really react to much.
Stand with me. Yeah, yeah. Going as one. Dang, this little dude got no kind of chill. He's Geo, so he doesn't really react to much. Hear me.
Alright, we're healed up. We're good to go. Oh, that's a lot of treasure hoarders. That's still really far down there. That's a crap. Oh. There's that. Nice. You're finally crowning talents? That's awesome, Koi. That sounds very difficult and challenging. I have a crown I haven't used yet. As tempting as it has been to put on Jinyan because I love her so much. You have 13 crowns? Are you kidding? Holy crap. You weren't messing around. That I've been collecting like a mat. Yeah, no kidding. You weren't lying, Koi. Good grief.
What a pleasant surprise.
Okay. Not sure what I just did there, but whatever, it works. Alright, we're down here in the chasm. It wants me to come this way, so it looks like I can't really do that yet. Jinwoo, safety technician in the chasm. I'm a log on? Okay, cool. Yeah, come on in. I think I might have shoehorned myself here. I can't do this until I finish Taurus Erangdis Act 1. Where is this one? Interlude Act 2. I'm building his Shenna. Oh, that's cool. Annoying, but it's worth it. I bet. I didn't know you were helping a friend. Okay, so I have to do Imperiex Umbrosa. A Jade Chamber once more. Oh, okay. Okay, I have to ditch this area for now. You needed my help ASAP. That's good. These AR-50s stuck at Ascension Quest. All his characters have 4-star artifacts. Oh boy. That sounds like me! Yeah, I struggle with that same issue myself. And the account saver, yes you are. What's this? May take me months, but I try. Oh yeah.
With a thunderstorm, the consequences could be catastrophic.
Hope I'm gonna have a Taco Bell moment without eating Taco Bell. Rider like a bucking bronco, buddy. Just hold on. You're about to pass everything you've ever eaten in your life.
We're unwilling to do our part. We just don't have any spare hands right now. I hope you can understand.
Exactly. So let's keep the discussion going and see if we can find a solution.
Hey, Toma! What's going on?
Hello you two. We were just talking about what an impact you've made in Inazuma.
What a coincidence.
Greetings. Thank you both again for delivering Miss Hiragi's letter that time.
Ah, so they're friends of yours.
You male wife,
I'm
yes.
Master Kamaji's servant. Call me Ippe.
Ippe. You sound like you had a hiccup in the middle of that.
Well, the Tri-Commission's work used to consist of gathering information for the Shogun.
His crush on him when
carrying out
Inazuma
any
first came
duties
out?
she assigned.
Really? Of all people, Toma.
But recently,
Yes,
she
he is
announced that
nice.
she wishes to spend some time in solitude and self-reflection. Since she is refusing to receive any visitors, there is no one to tell us what to do. We all understand if the Shogun needs some quiet time to gather her thoughts. The only problem is, in the meantime, the thunderstorm out at sea has been getting wilder.
He knits sweaters for stray cats and dogs. He's so cute. That is fair. That is kind of
Yep,
nice.
that's the one. And all the time it's been there, the storm has never changed in shape or size. But now, it seems to be
He
drawing
cooks, he
closer to
cleans,
Inazuma.
everything you need in a man. Fair enough.
What? So her will's changed and she wants to destroy Inazuma now? Or is this her way of trying to get revenge on us?
That'll be a little
Oh,
childish.
yeah, you're right. If she really wanted to get revenge on us, she could just strike us with lightning.
And he can read too. Bonus points. This is true. See, this is why I like the... Sadie and I had this conversation the other night about... Because the new ads for Honkai Star Rail, where it's, you hear this female's voice. Hi, I'm Natasha, an underworld doctor. Feeling sick? And I'm like, yes, ma'am, I am. Very ill. A lot of pain. You should take care of me nonstop. I'm realizing I have a thing for the caretaker girls. It's probably why I like Kooky so much. And it's like, I found out that it's like, oh yeah, okay, that's what you like. You know, you liked how it's so cute and he's caring and stuff. That's kind of what I like about the caretaker girls. They're like, they're here to protect you and keep care of you, and it's so cute. Been wanting her since day one, but can't freaking come home. I'm really lucky I got Kooky right now. I'm not even kidding. Like, I can't believe I got Shinobu on like one of my first pulls. That's one of the few things that's been getting me through this game is having Kooky. Without her, I don't know I'd be getting through the game nearly as well as I am. Oh, by the way, Koi, I hate to say this. My Xinyan cosplay isn't gonna happen this year. I wanted to. I tried everything I could. The outfit came and it doesn't fit. And when I say doesn't fit, I'm talking 5 or 6 sizes too small. And it's the biggest one they offer. It's the biggest size of Xinyan cosplay I can order, and it doesn't fit at all. I have an idea. Mail it to me. Well, what? So do you think it would fit you? Is that what you're getting at here? Or are you offering to sew it for me? I was being sarcastic, but it may. I do owe you some payment for some, because you said you were working on new emotes and stuff, so if you get those done, I may owe you some commission anyway, so maybe we can work something out with that. And your mom can sew? I can, like, pretty please her? That might work. We'll talk in DMs, Koi. We'll see if we can get something figured out here. That could work out good. I could get you a cosplay, and you could get me some emotes or whatever. We'll talk more in detail later. But that could work good because I have the weapon, I have the wig, and I'm not giving up on it. I will cosplay her at some point, but I'm running out of time. I've been streaming a lot, and honestly, this spring has just been pure chaos, and I've not really had any chance to do it. The weapon is wild. I know. I can't believe I have a full-size red horn stone thresher, if I can say that right. I'm jelly. I was very lucky to get it. It worked out really well that I got my hands on it. But I'm sad I won't get to take it to the convention this year. It's like, that kind of stinks, so. I'm trying any last, like, ideas. Her donut weapon? What? If I had to get a weapon, I'd get Kokomi's her donut weapon. Donut weapon? I don't know if I've ever seen that, Koi. You'll have to show me a picture of that.
Which would also be pretty scary.
Donut? I heard donut? Yeah, welcome to Donut. Not that kind of donut.
I don't think you need to worry about that. The reason we're concerned is that we've never known the Almighty's will to falter before.
Excuse me. I'll send it to you. It's called Everlasting Moonglow. That sounds cool. There it is. He's judging you. Koi, that's adorable. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see where you mean donut. So it's a catalyst, huh? I didn't realize she was a catalyst user. Who's taking clips of me? Who clipped me? I didn't wear the proper safety equipment while karting because I didn't know it was for more than just comfort. Self-inflicted. Who took this? What? I don't know who took that. J-Mac, was this you? Self-inflicted. No. Who did this? I didn't say anything. Let me go look real quick. Hang on. What are you talking about? There was a clip that was taken of my channel. There's only one person here I don't know. Kata. Hang on. My stream's gonna lag really hard. I'm opening my browser. Bear with me. Oh yeah, 17.7 frames per second. Ooh, opera sound? Why would someone clip? That's what I'm wondering, Koi. And that's why I want to see who made it, because if I want to make sure nothing's weird is happening. Clips make me nervous, because sometimes that's a bad thing. Clips of my channel. Koi, that was you. You clipped that. I think you might have done it by accident. You want me to delete it? God, flashbacks to last year. No, I didn't mean to. Sorry, delete it. No, you're fine, Koi. Please don't cry. You're fine. Look, I'm glad that's all it was that you did it by accident. That's a really easy fix. No harm, no foul. I'm glad that's all it was. I think it's when I exited when my mom came home. Quite possible. Maybe you bumped the button.
Of my
power. Yeah, there it is. But yeah, I'm glad that's all it is. I'll just delete that clip since it doesn't really mean anything, and we'll be fine. Okay, delete selected. Yep, delete. Okay, got it. And now all I have to do is delete it on Discord, so the message is gone now. Delete. Sorry, Violet. Thank you for posting it, but I don't need that one. Okay, we got it. I was scared for a sec. I wasn't. They can't get me. They can't get any of us now, Koi. I have my community locked down tighter than Fort Knox. No one can get access to my Discord without a link specifically being given to them by me. They can also not do anything in this chat with auto mod. It will flag them if they try to do anything bad. And if it senses any kind of anything going on, it's going to alert me immediately. So the fact that it was a simple clip being taken where I didn't say anything I shouldn't have, I was just talking about my karting. Oh no, you got a clip of me talking about karting. I'm going to post that anyways on my own VOD. What do I care? I wasn't scared for a minute. I just wanted to know what was going on in case I needed to ban someone. Looking at you bot accounts. Twitch is full of them. Easy fix. This is why. Let me just say this. This is why this exists. Violet, skip shift, Sentinel mode, Project Guardian. This is why this form exists. I created this when that happened. And it's a constant reminder to always keep defenses up. That's why this exists. That's why I use it. I don't use it often, but it's always here in case I need it. Skip shift back, Genshin mode. That's a little more comfortable for playing Genshin. Alright. I have 19k. I think you already have. Koi, keep saving up. You could get the VIP and you could get the VIP really soon. I think it's 25k, isn't it? Oh yeah, you haven't sent me that PNG yet. Oh crap. I will send that to you immediately after stream. Remind me at the end of stream. I can do it now if you do. Okay, then give me a second. Okay, bet. Let me hang on. I'll do it right now then. Let me go. I'm gonna leave my. Let me just do this. I'm gonna go away. This is gonna go away, and this is gonna go away. All right, you guys can still hear me, but you can't see anything because all of my windows are hidden. I'm gonna go take care of this right now. Give me a second. This doesn't make any noise when it opens, does it? Shouldn't. You know what? I'm going to mute the desktop just in case. Okay, bet. Yes, it's a secret. Yes, I am aware of that. Whoops. Oh, no, not an update. No. Not an update. Crap. Oh, Koi. Did you see V Shoujo has a new member? Did you see that? I was curious to see. Yeah, I saw her. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to say I'm happy to see it. It was one of those things. I smiled. I was, made me happy to see that be a thing. I was like, oh, that was a pleasant surprise. I was not expecting that, so what a nice little bonus, you know? Popped up on my Twitter feed. She's cool. Yes, she is. She is indeed very, very cool. Koi, do you need any particular background? Would that help you at all? No, I can. I mean, okay. I mean, like to be able to modify it easier, because I could like put this. Okay, like I could put it on like a green screen or a magenta screen or whatever. Would that help you at all to where you can modify the background easier? Just make it transparent. I don't know how to do that. That's it. That's all. I don't know how. That's the one thing I don't know how to do. I'm literally using the clip tool to take a picture so I can send it to you. Send it to me a solid color. Okay, I can do that. Solid color I can do. It'll be... I'll use green screen because it's the easiest one to do. It's just like one of the easiest options to come up with. I'll erase it. Okay, cool. Okay. File, save as. Whoops. I went to type a number and I held shift, so instead it typed a symbol instead. It's really annoying when I do that. Okay, so that should be good there. I can get rid of that. I have to be very vague right now so I don't say something I'm not supposed to say. Discord, I'm howling at the moon and sleeping in the middle of a summer afternoon. Discord, whatever did we do to make you take our world away? Koi, please tell me if this works. I just sent it to you. Will that work? I hope it'll work. That program is indeed gone now. Okay, that should be good. Now I can bring me back. And bring that back, and I can bring that back, and we're back. Now we're back. I forgot. I had to. My capture window was minimized too, so it wasn't responding. Koi, does that work? I hope. Please tell me yes. If it's not, I can do it again. Please let me know if that works. Yep, I'll see what I can do. Amazing. Thank you so much, Koi. I really appreciate the help. I said if the PC works, that will be a that will be coming sooner rather than later, as you know. So you and Miyuki are really the only two people who know about it. So
A lot of people now believe that the thunderstorm is getting wilder because the almighty Shogun is having health problems. The fact that she won't see anyone right now makes us concerned that things are only going to get worse.
seems like a valid concern.
Right. So, before rumors start spreading, Miss Kamisato got me to come here and discuss countermeasures with the Tenryo Commission. We need to make sure we're prepared to deal with the chaos if and when it arrives.
Unfortunately, the reality is that the Tenryo Commission is facing huge internal instability at the moment. The Kujo clan has lost control over the other clans.
Huh? Why is that?
The Kujo clan is still awaiting the Shogun's trial for colluding with the Fatui and nearly destroying the whole of Inazuma.
Oops.
Everyone knows that a change of commissioner is inevitable. It's just a matter of time before the almighty Shogun hands down her decree.
To put it simply, no one will take orders from the Kujo clan anymore. But there's still work that has to be done.
Fair.
If Mr. Takayuki was in better health, there might be a way through. But now?
My lack of ability is to blame. I failed to uncover the truth in time. I failed to stop my father. And now, as acting head of the clan, I'm failing to quell the unrest.
Don't blame yourself, Master. You have to at least keep your chin up until your older brother returns. The Kujo clan can't cope with any more instability in its current state.
Yes, you're right. Masahito has enough on his plate at the moment. Mustn't cause any more issues for him. Okay, Toma, let's revisit this discussion in a few days. Right now, I need to go visit Takatsukasa Susumu, head of the Takatsukasa clan. He's the only one capable of taking charge of the situation now.
I suppose. Well, okay, no problem. A speedy resolution to the Tenryo Commission's internal issues is in our best interest as well.
Okay.
I'll come with you,
No need. I'll handle this by myself.
Oh, okay. Take care then. Come back soon.
All right.
If you think about it, both the thunderstorm situation and the issue with the Tenryo Commission have been caused by the Shogun's decision to take some time off, right? If things carry on like this, people will start to panic.
We could invite her out for a while.
You can actually do that?
Don't know for sure, but we may as well try. Whether she takes us up on the offer or not will depend on what mood she's in.
Sounds like you
Fair.
guys know what to do. Shall I leave it up to you then? You know, everyone's worrying about the Shogun's condition, but if people got to see her in person, it would put their fears to rest. Thank you very much. I owe you one, again.
The way Paimon
Alright.
sees it, there's only one person who might have the chance to see the Shogun while she's isolating, right? Let's take a trip to the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Alright. Okay. Time to go to the top of the hill. Oh, hey Hedgehog, how's it going? It's going pretty well. How about you? I'm recovering from an injury and a bit of overstress on my body that has left me laid up for a couple of days, unfortunately. So I did work today, but it was a uncomfortable and painful day, we'll call it. So, whoops, anything here I can do? Nope. That was worth looking. Yeah, but yeah, how about you? Let me guess, the eye's up at the top by the tree. Just like usual. Hello, Yai.
I wasn't
Doing
expecting
fine,
to
just found
receive
something, 'cause this is
VIP
cool.
shrine visitors during downtime. So I suppose you're here just to visit me?
Bro, doing just fine. Found something because this is cool. That's cool. What'd you find?
What a smooth talker. Though your eyes do not lie as convincingly as your tongue. You came because you need my help, didn't you? Still, your answer has put me in a good mood. So tell me, what is the matter?
We heard the Shogun decided to take a break, and since then the thunderstorm around Inazuma has gotten wilder. Rumor has it that the thunderstorm is affected by the Shogun's will, so people are worrying that something might be wrong with her.
Denryo Commission needs her help as well.
All right. There's little purpose in keeping anything hidden from you anyway. Since the battle, the Shogun has been greatly troubled and her temperament has changed drastically.
What?
Temperament has changed?
Her power was already on the decline. Then you dealt her that fateful strike.
Oops.
The defeat was a heavy blow to her. It also didn't help that I forgot to bring her some tricolor dango and light novels when I went to see her. Oh, the poor thing. Without desserts and books to console herself with, she was so angry she quite simply lost it. Crying and ranting and raving. Oh, I could hardly bear to see her that way.
Okay.
You expect us to believe that a god would throw a temper tantrum over something like that?
I don't believe you.
Before you get too indignant, consider the fact that your concerns sound every bit as nonsensical to me as that blatant lie did to you. Faye seeks eternity. To her, mortal lives come and go in the blink of an eye. Of what consequence to her are mortal concerns for her well-being?
You're saying she's fine, right?
I don't know the details. She said she wanted to rest, and I have nothing pressing that requires her attention, so there is no reason to disturb her. I have heard about the thunderstorm, though. As to the cause, it is not inconceivable that, as you suggest, her will has wavered somewhat.
One more reason to check
I
on
am
her.
the only one in all of Inazuma who can visit her while she is resting. But tell me, why should this concern me? Why should I do this for you, when I already have everything one could ever want, and have seen everything one could ever wish to see? I like that answer. Here is the pass permit. Show it to the Okuzumeshu at the gate, and he will let you in.
Okay.
My question was in jest, but since you answered it in earnest, please stay true to your word. Oh, and don't forget to return the pass permit to me after you have finished with it.
Nice. Oh my god. I just got a crown. What? Crown of Insight? I was not expecting to unlock that. What? Okay. So I just need more electro sigils? That should be easy to find, right? I can't believe I just got that. That's crazy. Ooh. Alright, so that looks like it's,
The almighty Shogun has requested solitude. No visitors allowed.
Oh, we've got a pass permit from Miko.
Don't be ridiculous. Lady Guji never gives her pass permit to another person. Not even esteemed travelers like yourselves. Guji Yai is only authorized to hold that pass permit because of the trust that the almighty Shogun places in her, and her alone. Wait, this is authentic.
it'd be a little difficult to forge it. But feel free to check
Understood.
with Miko.
Then as the Shogun has ordered, I must not stand in your way. Apologies. Please proceed. Since the Shogun is resting at this time, please be especially respectful, and make sure your behavior is impeccable.
Alright, let's go have a chat.
Look how she's pacing back and forth. Don't you think she looks a little anxious?
I feel like I'm about to get into a fight here.
How did you get in? Trespassers are to be eliminated at once.
Wait, no, it's us! Why are you treating us like we're your enemies? We made amends, didn't we? Also, we got in by totally legitimate means!
Denied. Use of force has been forbidden. Anyway, be gone. Do not disturb my solitude.
Is everything okay?
That is of no concern. This is my recuperation state.
Okay.
What do you make of this? She's acting strange, huh?
Do puppets really need rest or relaxation?
This body has no need of rest. But I am an assistant to the one within. If she wishes to rest, I must follow her will.
Paimon gets it. So this is all A's doing. But why? Surely you going about your business doesn't interfere with the plane of Euthymia. She's got plenty of space in there. Seems like it would be the perfect place for rest and relaxation.
True.
I do as she wishes. I can say no more than this.
Everyone's worried. Wants to
I
see you.
cannot. In my current state, even if I went out, I could do nothing. I am currently unwilling to deal with any business. I am also incapable of it.
Okay.
What do you mean by that?
It has been forbidden. Please refrain from making me talk any further.
What should we do? Feels like this conversation is going nowhere.
Are you sick?
Ah, it's you two. It's been a while.
Hello, eh?
The Shogun can't do much at the moment. Come straight in and see me.
Ah. Hey, we're into the plane of Euthymia. Didn't expect her to be so inviting. Hello, eh?
That was terrifying! Would it be so hard to give us a little warning first?
It's not your first time. I don't see what there is to be so alarmed about.
You are much nicer than the puppet.
So, is the Shogun broken? Are you gonna get it fixed, or...?
Don't worry. The Shogun's not broken. I've just temporarily disabled many of her functions.
Okay.
Currently, the Shogun is unable to handle any business and cannot appear as me. So the easiest solution was to announce that I am resting.
So it was all you're doing.
As I said, I need to think about Inazuma's eternity. And thinking takes time.
Fair.
But the Shogun is still running based on her old rules. I can't allow her to make any mistakes while I am working things out.
True.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Really? We're making that joke now?
No. She was not created to ever be turned off. Furthermore, I had even predicted at the time that I may wish to modify the Shogun's operational rules at some point in the future. However, such changes would not be conducive to eternity. That's why the Shogun has a robust system to safeguard against modification. It's also to protect against unforeseen circumstances. For now, while I figure out the form that eternity should take, it's more effective for me to temporarily disable some of the puppet's functions, rather than attempt to modify her rules.
Fair.
Oh, Paimon gets it now! The thunderstorm's getting out of control because some of the Shogun's functions have been disabled!
The thunderstorm is getting out of control? This is the first I've heard of it.
Uh-oh.
Huh? Okay, well, let us bring you up to speed.
Okay.
I see. So the thunderstorm is drawing closer.
You can fix it, right?
It's just a minor error. This kind of thing was bound to happen. A small modification to the Shogun should fix it.
So everyone's worked up over nothing.
Don't look at me like that. I've never had to tinker with the Shogun before, and she's very complicated. It's practically inevitable for something to go wrong when you start tweaking things.
Fair.
Yes, that's it. I'm not making excuses. It's the truth.
You don't sound convincing.
It's fine, just as long as you can fix it is all.
Any progress on your thoughts about eternity?
Not much. As before, I can see the way forward, yet there are still contradictions.
Yeah, that's life.
But there is no urgency. To reach an ill-conceived verdict in haste, just for the sake of having reached one, would be a confusion of priorities.
That's true. Come with us. Let's get a change of pace.
If everyone sees that the Shogun is in good health, it'll put all the speculation and rumors out there to rest. And who knows? A change of scenery might put you in a different mood and give you some fresh inspiration.
I like your thinking, Paimon.
You mean, leave the plane of Euthymia?
Yeah. Might do everyone some good.
Yes, you're right. After all, the Shogun is currently unable to take care of business on my behalf. All right then. I'll come out for a while.
Hey!
Since the theme of the day is a change of pace, you can just call me A. I'm not a great fan of rigid titles.
Cool.
What? But you're just A's consciousness, aren't you? Can consciousness actually leave this place?
I have my ways. I would never subject myself to imprisonment voluntarily.
Oh, great! Then there's nothing to worry about. Allow us to be your tour guides.
Tour guides? What's a tour guide?
Someone to show you around the Inazuma of today and give you tips on where to eat and how to have fun. All right, let's go, go, go!
Well, this will be interesting. Bringing A out of the plane of Euthymia. Okay. Alright, so we gotta go out for a walk with A. Let's wait for our stamina to recover. That'll be enough. Gonna cheat and bypass the bridge. Alright, let's do it.
Oh, is this the marketplace? It's a far cry from how I remember it.
I would think so.
The stores have changed, and so have the vendors. Well, that's to be expected.
It's the Shogun. What is the almighty Shogun doing here?
Isn't the Shogun sick? This is quite sudden.
I appear to have frightened the people.
Well, what did you expect? The almighty Shogun makes an impromptu appearance in town? People are gonna freak out a bit.
Seems like a bit of an overreaction.
Patrolling the streets is the Tenryou Commission's job. The Shogun has a lot of information to process and orders to give out. She doesn't have time to deal with it herself. Additionally, the Shogun has no need of recreation. There would be no need for her to come here just to pass the time or to relax.
Fair.
So, what do we do now? Should we go away for a while and make a more low-profile return later?
Why? It's not like I'm here to cause trouble. Let's just relax.
It was more the ordinary people that Paimon was worried about. Never mind. This definitely seems like your style, eh?
Yeah, no kidding.
People still use Mora in commercial transactions, I assume.
Yep, same as ever. Just as shiny and just as hypnotic. Wait a second. Hey, are you saying you don't have any more either?
Of course I don't. There is no need for commerce in the plane of Euthymia. If I ever need something, I can simply have one of the commissions bring it to me. Wait, what do you mean, either? Anyway, people seem to be behaving in a very orderly fashion. I don't see the liveliness you spoke of anywhere.
People aren't exactly gonna let their hair down in front of the almighty Shogun.
That's fair.
What is this stall selling? I don't believe I've ever seen this before.
I don't know what this guy's selling. This is a calming little, like, side quest.
What's the Shogun doing here? What am I supposed to do in this situation? I'm so nervous.
Let's get some chow.
Shogun, excuse me.
It's all right. Relax. I'm just here to look around. I'm having a change of pace today. Could you tell me about the items you're selling?
Of course. I've got all kinds of snacks here. Takoyaki, dango, and milk and so on.
Huh? Milk? Sounds kinda like the odd one out.
It might sound odd, but it is in fact my specialty. You see, many of the stores in town are already very well established. I couldn't compete with them no matter what I sell. So my idea was to create some new combinations to give customers a novel experience.
Huh.
For example, my latest concoction is this dango milk. When the dango are worked into a viscous form, they mix very nicely with the milk. The focus is not just the taste, but also the unique texture.
Oh, dango with milk. I've never heard of it. What made you want to do this?
I'm sorry, Shogun. I've got no bone to pick with eternity.
I said relax. There's no need to go treading on eggshells. Do you really think the eternity I pursue is something that can be shaken by dango and milk?
That's fair.
Why do I feel like she's different than I expected?
That's fair.
Actually, it came to me by chance. A friend was catering once and made too many dango, so they gave some to me. But there were more than I had use for. My milk wasn't selling well at that time either. Both dango and milk have a short shelf life. So I thought I'd try mixing the two as I had nothing to lose. To my surprise, in the right proportion, It tasted superb.
A chance combination. Interesting. May I try this drink?
The almighty Shogun wants to try? Well, certainly. And you two should try it too.
Nice. It's sweet. The sensation is not so different from eating a dessert. A unique beverage indeed.
Yeah, it's definitely a drink, but it also feels like eating food.
It's a little bit like porridge? But the resemblance is only superficial. Anyway, I like it.
I'm very glad you approve.
I imagine that an item as delicious as this Dongo milk must sell exceptionally well, no?
Well, I won't lie to you. Sales are very average.
Huh? So it's selling slowly? Why is that?
Because most people aren't willing to give it a try. They think it's an unusual combination. Even though everyone who's tried it before rates it highly.
I have the same problem with salt and vinegar, potato chips, and chocolate milk. Nobody ever believes me, but it's like the whole chocolate shake and french fries thing. Does anybody believe that? No. They all go, ew. It's salty, savory, and sweet. The mix cannot be denied.
I'm not saying the almighty Shogun has unusual taste. Please, don't take it the wrong way.
Ah, I see. Well, that can be fixed. I'll just have the Yashiro Commission order a few hundred cups and go door-to-door delivering them.
Shogun, that's not how this works.
No, almighty Shogun. That's too much.
Is it? I just want them to try it. It would be a shame for them to miss out on Dongo milk.
So you like sweet things?
Of course. I've heard that most humans like desserts, so it's not unusual that I should enjoy them too. Miko agrees with me on this.
You are very out of touch. It's kind of funny.
There's nothing like dessert for improving one's mood. Much more enjoyable than meditating alone all the time.
This is true.
By the way, Miko mentioned that she founded something called the Yai Publishing House to sell some sort of light novels. She's always bragging to me about it, but it's difficult for me to really imagine without seeing the place for myself. Can you take me there?
Sure! Let's go and have a look!
Let me guess, I gotta go up top of the mountain then. How's it going, dude? Oh, it's just down at the bottom of the hill? Pinyon? Where is it? Is it here? Alright.
Shogun! Almighty Shogun! What brings you to the Yai Publishing House? Do you have instructions for us?
No, not at all. Don't be so nervous. I'm just here to look around.
Apologies. I still don't quite understand. Are you here to look into the management? Or publishing regulations? Or fire safety measures?
She just wants to browse your books.
The almighty Shogun wishes to read light novels?
Yep.
Yes. Any recommendations?
The Yai Publishing House's novels are mostly targeted at the general public, and the content is all kinds of strange. I'm not sure we have anything quite to the almighty Shogun's taste.
I'm just here to try something new. There's no fun in reading the same kind of thing over and over again. Relax. It's just words on a page, isn't it? What could I misunderstand, really?
I like how chill she is. The puppet's kind of a snot, but A is... Wait a minute, I got one. She's A-okay. But now I switch over to Twitch stats so I can watch my viewers fall to 0.
In principle, you're absolutely right. It's just...
It'll be fine. If there's anything the Shogun doesn't understand, we'll explain it to her.
Don't be nervous.
Well, okay then. Please proceed to the bookshelf over there. It has all the latest bestsellers. There are some winning entries from the "This Novel is Amazing" competition. I have just finished compiling them into a saleable form. Don't take them too seriously. It's all just a bit of fun.
Okay, let's go then.
Wait, is Chang the Ninth gonna be here?
How can this be? Did I underestimate the caliber of this material? I know every individual word in these books' titles, so why is it that they make no sense to me in these particular combinations? Take this one, for example. The good thing about being reincarnated as a hilly churl is that I only need to eat sunsettias to become stronger.
That sounds like one of those anime titles. Oh my god. I got reincarnated as a refrigerator in a 2,000-year-old dungeon, and now my sister wants a glass of soda or something stupid. It's like, what?
It's so long. Is it true that hilly churls grow stronger from eating sunsettias? Well, surely it should be some sort of meat, at least.
It's just a narrative device.
Narrative device.
It's imaginary.
So it's made up? What's the point of that? Without being grounded in reality, how can the story be believable? Also, I'm fairly certain that hilly churls can't write stories. So, does this
Seems like there's an Xbox, Nintendo, GameCube that they found at Blockbuster back in the day. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. There were some old GameCube and Xbox games that they ran at Blockbuster. Those days have long since passed, though, I'm afraid. Alright.
I'm not starting to understand Kuroda's reservations right about now.
Too modern, I guess.
How about we choose for you? We can pick out some novels that are easier to understand and give you the scoop.
All right, then. I believe myself to be relatively well-read, but with stories like these, I don't even know where to start. I have high hopes, though. This seems like Miko's style, so I'm sure the stories are very entertaining.
All right, leave it to us. We'll be back in a jiffy. This could be a pretty tough job. Let's see what we're up against.
The UA martial arts story. Oh, this is going to be Chang the Ninth's book. Life made me a fighter when I just want to be a writer. Okay. I suppose who's...
What a strange person. Why would someone want to be a novelist that badly? Someone like that could easily become the top martial arts pro in the world.
It's all about the journey.
You do have a point. And a character so determined to follow their ambition is likely to appeal to A, right?
Maybe. Reincarnation adventure story? Okay. Shogun Almighty, reborn as a Raiden with unlimited power. She is struck by lightning between the thunder and wakes up to discover that he has become the Raiden Shogun. So the protagonist doesn't know what he gets bullied by everyone. After becoming Shogun, he acquires unlimited power. The euphoria from going powerless to omnipotence and the protagonist's journey.
With a premise like this, it's no wonder Kuroda was nervous about letting A look around. Hyman thinks it might be best not to bring this one up with A. We might get the author in trouble.
It doesn't paint her in a bad light, though.
If someone turned into Paimon and did a bunch of stuff this Paimon would never do, feel really uncomfortable.
Fair. A daily life romance story. A chaotic epic that is my tale of my youthful love life. Mediocre man and 7 beautiful women. God damn it, this is a Steve Miller Band reference. Or no, is that the Eagles? This is a classic rock reference. I can't believe this is in here. Oh. It's Take It Easy by the Eagles. Aw. Well, I'm looking for a lover that won't blow my cover. No, that's not it. What is this song? I'm gonna look this up. I gotta look this up. I know this lyric. Whoops, that's not the page I want. It's Take It Easy. Take It Easy, the Eagles lyrics. Let's see if it pulls it up. That's it. Well, I've been running down the road trying to loosen my load. I got 7 women on my mind. For the one who owned me, 2 the one that stoned me, 1 says she's a friend of mine. So take it easy, take it easy. Don't let the sound of your own wheels drive you crazy. Oh yeah, that's the... I love that. Average man and 7 women. It's a chronological account of the protagonist's daily life featuring many amusing anecdotes. Writing solid, prose is elegant. Author brilliantly brings out the unique charm of each character in the story. It's a crucial moment when the character's childhood sweetheart is just about to confess their love to him.
The suspense is killing Paimon! Paimon only skimmed through, but Paimon can tell this girl has loved the main character with all her heart since childhood.
The writer gives her a happy ending.
Yeah, it's just a novel. But please let the author have a heart, please! The plot is really gripping. But would A really understand this kind of mortal romance?
Yeah, that's a
That's
good
all
point.
of them. Let's try to explain them to A.
Everything is going smoothly, just as I planned.
Where's she at? Oh, she's over here.
The looks on your faces tell me you found some good stories.
Martial arts story.
Goodness. Are people in Liyue really so complex these days? Even though the protagonist refuses to acknowledge his innate talents, he has a rare dedication to justice. Where is he now? Does he have plans to visit Inazuma? If so, I will instruct one of the commissioners to bring him to me on his arrival. I would very much like to spar with him.
He's a fictional character. He doesn't exist. What about the antagonist, though? Don't you have any thoughts about their part in the story?
The antagonists? You mean all the people who behaved foolishly? What can I say? They're bad people, and they all got what they deserved. End of story.
A doesn't seem interested in the supporting characters at all. So what do you think of Yae Publishing House's light novels, eh? Do you like the stories we picked?
What I take from these stories is not so much the content itself, but what they represent in terms of the effects of time upon Inazuma. Back when I decided to isolate myself in the plane of Euthymia, there was no Yae Publishing House, and certainly no stories of this kind. In accordance with my wishes, the Shogun did her best to create an eternal nation. A nation that, in theory, should remain entirely unchanged over time. But the fact is that both the food and the stories have changed with time.
Change is inevitable.
I disagree with your point of view. That's what I would say if we were still in the plane of Euthymia. But the truth is right here in front of my eyes, and I can't deny it.
There you go.
And that's exactly why we brought you out, to take a look around and get some fresh ideas. Sure, it's not the same as you remember, but one way or another, people are loving life in the present. That's gotta be a good thing, right?
Yes, you're right. I'm wary of any and all change. But I do not wish for my pursuit of eternity to stop human lives from changing for the better.
There you go.
Thank you for inviting me out. This trip has been quite eye-opening for me.
We were just out here to have some fun.
This may be an everyday occurrence for you, but for me, this trip has been quite an occasion. I've seen a lot, and it's made me think a lot. I really can't praise it highly enough. I hope I will remember it for a long time to come.
Well, why don't we take a photo?
Great idea! A's had a wonderful time, and a photo is the best way to remember it.
Take a photo? Once again, I'm faced with a combination of words that makes absolutely no sense to me.
It's okay. Come with us. We'll find a scenic spot and show you what we mean.
Let me guess, up here. Yep, always up on the hill. Alright.
What are we supposed to be doing?
We're taking a photo of you. Just leave the hard work to us. All you need to do is stand over there and strike a pose. Basically, a photo makes a visual record of you at this very moment in time, so it makes a great souvenir.
Okay, so what exactly is striking a pose?
The photo's a visual
I
representation.
see. So in other words, I need to do some sort of visually agreeable action in front of you, right?
Yeah.
The more I think about it, the more embarrassing it seems. How should I pose? Help me out here. It should look good, but not too over the top. This isn't coming naturally to me at all.
Try relaxed. Graceful and dignified.
Okay, I'll try that.
Maybe try another.
All right. Well, I'll leave the decision to you.
Try relaxed and casual.
Casual. How about this? This feels quite natural.
Maybe try another.
Alright.
I want to see what your
Well,
options are.
I'll leave the. This doesn't feel very me. Is this okay?
Maybe try another.
All right. Well, I'll leave the decision to you.
Graceful and dignified.
Okay. I'll try that.
That's it. That
Okay,
works.
let's get started.
Let's pick a good angle to record this moment from.
Ah. Rule of thirds.
It's a wrap! Take a look! Here's the photo we took of you.
Wow. This is astonishing. Is it some kind of magic? It seems to be another copy of me.
Nope.
But she doesn't seem to be able to move or talk.
It's just a record.
I thought it would turn out poorly because I felt rather rigid, but it actually looks more natural than I imagined. The pose is exactly the same, and so is the scenery in the background. I can't imagine how it's achieved.
That's what makes it so special.
Hang on. I'm still struggling to understand this. I need you to explain it again. So, the one in this photo, Are you sure it isn't me? If it's not me, then why does she look exactly like me? And if she is me, then who am I?
Okay, that's way above Paimon's head. Over to you, Traveler.
What about like you in the Shogun?
Hey, that's right! Do you think the Shogun counts as you?
Of course I do. It was never my intention to place control of Inazuma into anybody else's hands.
So then, who does that make you, here and now?
Well, I'm still me. There is no doubt about that.
So your existence isn't
My
singular.
existence? I think I understand. I am me. There is only one of me. But I can exist in many different forms. It's not important what form I exist in. The Shogun, for example, is one of my forms of existence. The question of whether or not she is me is not determined by any of her components.
In that case, this picture is one of your forms of existence too.
So even I, who seeks eternity, am constantly changing my form of existence.
Uh-huh.
Then, how can I ask Inazuma and everyone who lives here to remain unchanging?
Inazuma will always be Inazuma.
Everything I have encountered on this journey with you has been from beyond my existing sphere of knowledge. You've seen a lot of my ignorant side today. Maybe you can't tell, but all this has challenged my understanding of things. Based on what I have seen today, I am forced to accept that Inazuma is a completely different place from the one I remember. But it would be incorrect to conclude from this that the Inazuma of today is no longer Inazuma.
Right.
Both the Vision Hunt Decree and the statue of the omnipresent god were conceived as a means of bringing about eternity. But if I were really getting closer to eternity, none of this ever would have happened.
Exactly.
Perhaps I've been holding on to everything too tightly.
Sounds to Paimon like Ace figured things out. And that means that we've done a really great job as her guides.
Master Kamaji! Master Kamaji!
Why is it getting so noisy down there? Oh, that sounded like Ippei. What could be the matter?
Ippei? Is that someone from the Tenryou Commission?
Yep, let's find out what's going on.
Alright. Alright, what's up, dude?
Hey, Ippei, what's the matter?
Ah, it's you. Huh? The Almighty Shogun. You must be looking for my master, Kujo Kamaji? I am very sorry, he's not here at the moment. But if it pleases you, I will gladly deliver a message on your behalf.
It's okay. I'm not here to see him. We just heard you calling out, so we came to see what was going on.
Looking for your master?
Yes. Master Kamaji still hasn't returned from the negotiations, and I'm starting to get worried. In fairness, he does have a habit of taking long walks and coming back late. It's perfectly possible that he just found somewhere he likes and lost track of time. But for some reason, today, I'm particularly nervous.
Kujo Kamaji. A descendant of the Kujo clan, I presume.
That's right. Apologies, since the head of the clan is in poor health at the moment, and Master Masahito is rarely home, Master Kamaji is currently serving as representative of the Kujo clan.
I have heard that things are quite tumultuous with the Tenryou Commission at present. Does this have anything to do with Kujo Kamaji?
Forgive us, Almighty Shogun. The Kujo clan has failed in its duty. The Kujo clan's reputation is damaged, and its power over the Tenryou Commission is in decline. Plus you, you have yet to issue a verdict on the Commission's future. So, Master Kamaji decided to enter negotiations with the Takatsukasa clan with a view of having them take over.
they would be discussing something like that at their headquarters, right? Why are you looking for them here?
Actually, they decided to hold this one elsewhere. I'm a little confused as to why, to be honest. But I didn't feel it was my place to question the higher-ups.
Okay.
The meeting place is in the mountains near the Grand Narukami Shrine. I believe the Takatsukasa clan have some kind of base there.
Takatsukasa. Another familiar name. They have been faithfully serving the Kujo clan all these years?
Yes, that's why Master Kamaji decided to discuss things with them. I understand they must have had a lot of ground to cover, but still, there's no way it should have gone on this long. I've searched all over the city. If he really hasn't returned yet, then...
Maybe something's happened.
Yeah, I thought of that possibility too. But someone of my rank can't just go venturing into Takatsukasa clan territory like that.
We can go check things out for you.
No need. I'm probably just overthinking things. Besides, if they're still at it, they'll only blame me for interrupting the negotiations. I'm only a lowly servant. But Master Kamaji and I grew up together. It'd be terrible if anything ever happened to him.
Yeah, we definitely don't want that.
I'm not as smart as Master, so I can't really share his burdens. But the last thing I'd want would be for him to come to harm when I could have done something about it.
So, respectable. Time for a drink.
What do you think, Almighty Shogun?
Let's go see what's happening. With me present, they are unlikely to blame you, even if we do happen to interrupt the negotiations.
That's fair. You do what you want.
This has only come about because I failed to make a timely decision. This issue started with me, and I shall be the one to finish it.
That's commitment.
Thank you so much, Shogun. I'll keep looking around in the meantime, too. Let me mark out the location of the base for you. I hope everything goes smoothly.
Sick. What do I got here? Still a reunion. Oops. It's up here. Okay. Let's do it. Oh, look at that. Found it. I knew there had to be one here. There be another one of those right here? I'll get that later. I'm going the wrong way. Nice. Pick up some of that sweet, sweet Naku weed. Gotta love it. Huh, that worked out well. Alright. Yep, let's start it. We'll have to power through. We'll just have to power through it. I can't believe it's only 10 p.m.
Whoa! Look at how well hidden this place is.
I can't think of a reason anyone would want to build a structure like this deep in the mountains.
Maybe to evade detection.
I feel something that doesn't belong here. I sense danger.
Huh?
We should proceed with caution. The Kujo clan descendant may well be in trouble.
Which probably... People are buying some of those games at Blockbuster whenever it's Xbox or GameCube. Blockbuster doesn't exist anymore, Hedgehog. Not sure exactly what you're talking about, but those are... There are games floating around that used to be rentals from that company, but Blockbuster has not as a company existed in many years.
Don't lose
Your way in your mind, we have to be as one. I'm out of breath. Hello, Buffalo. Thank you for stopping in. Good to see you. Wasabi homie. It's not much. Just trying to chill and relax the old brain pan a little bit. If I sound a little tired and I'm a little out of breath, I am recovering from some injuries this weekend. I had my first kart race and I did not have the necessary safety equipment, so I may have done some damage. Let's put it that way. Both to the kart and to me. Oof, barricade. No, I actually didn't wreck. I was okay. I did not wreck the kart. But, I broke the seat mount that holds me in, so the seat didn't pinch me the way it was supposed to, and I ended up rattling around inside of the cart really badly. And when you're pulling well over 1.5 G's in the corners, you can imagine the force that puts on your rib cage. My entire shoulder blades and my rib cage were all badly bruised. Actually, I was having trouble breathing a little afterwards from the pressure that was on my lungs. Both of my arms were just absolutely whipped from wheeling and dealing the cart steering wheel during its time on track. And because I had to wear a very heavy helmet and I didn't have the appropriate neck gear, I overstressed my neck quite badly, to the point I couldn't look left at all yesterday. So that, and I had the worst headache I've ever had in my life. I slept for 10 hours last night. That's rough, buddy. Sorry to hear. It's okay. I'll heal up. I was supposed to stream Saturday and Sunday night, and I did neither. I really didn't. Excuse me. I really didn't do much of anything this weekend other than kart race and try to recover. Like I said, it's partially my fault for not having safety equipment. Partially the fault of the people for not telling me it was really kind of a thing you should have. I was told it was just optional if you wanted it. They didn't explain to me why you would want it. So I'm going to get the right gear so I can kart safer next time. I'm going to readjust everything so I fit better. And I'm also going to start working on getting that kart repaired so it drives better and doesn't beat the ever-loving crap out of me. So, lessons learned. There are certain things I found out that you don't want to do, and that's one of them. So, but I'll be okay. Like I said, that's why I just wanted to explain that as to why I sound so exhausted. I've already had several moments on stream. If you hear me kind of just pause and stop talking for a minute, I'm so tired I've lost my train of thought sometimes, and it's very hard to keep it rolling. Like right now, I'm not just talking, how shall I say, what's the word I want? This is one of those moments. I'm not talking, not fluidly. We'll call it off the hip. It's the best word I have for it. I'm not talking spontaneously. There it is. I'm actually having to focus on what word I want in the moment and actually pull it out of my brain. It's very strange. Sometimes it takes the hard way. Yes, that is exactly what I'm suffering from. Is trial by fire, learning the hard way that I might have messed up a little bit. Yeah, I made a goof. So, like I said, lessons learned. I will take this to my advantage, learn from my mistakes, and yeah, make sure I don't do them anymore. So, but I am still streaming tonight. Gotta have some fun. I'm just kind of chilling and vibing and relaxing. Streaming is great for me right now when I feel like this because there's not really any toll it takes on my body, which means I can be comfortable and relaxed and talk to you guys and just be kind of chill and vibey. It's nice. I will, oh yeah, and my PC is being built tomorrow, is what the plan is supposed to be, so, I won't be streaming tomorrow in hopes that we will be constructing my brand new PC, which I'm very excited about, and I am, let's put it this way. If I stream Wednesday, it should be on the, well, I am planning to stream Wednesday, and if I'm able to, it will be on the new PC. When that happens and I'm able to complete a couple of streams on the new PC and everything is up and working, I have a colossal announcement to make. And I mean of probably the biggest announcement I've ever made. And I'm very excited to share that with you guys. But before I can announce it, the new PC has to be up and going first. Because without it, I can't make this announcement, so stay tuned. I'm hoping I'll be able to tell you guys this very, very soon, so. But yeah, so stay tuned for that. And then this is my second to last week before I go on vacation, so starting the, what day is it? Today's the 15th. I think it's the 27th. Let me look at my computer here. Yes. My last stream for a little while will be the 26th of May. No, maybe the 25th. I take that back. 25th of May will most likely be my last stream before my vacation. I have a friend coming over the 26th to stay the night and pack. From the 26th, I actually leave the 27th, and I will not return. I will not return most likely until May the 5th. So, yeah. I will be off for about a week and a half as I go on my vacation. Just like I will buy a new PC, which is 2-in-1 mini laptop, touchscreen, Intel Core i7. That's nice. Much needed break. In more ways than one, Buffalo. Actually, streaming is kind of a break to me. I do enjoy this a lot, and it's relaxing. However, I have never taken a formal vacation from my work since I started there in 2019. I've had a couple days off here and there. I went to a convention at one point. I believe it was that the one in Detroit? I think it was the one in Detroit. I took a Thursday, Friday off and trucked up to Detroit from Ohio, where I live. And I spent Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday there. And then I was right back to work on Monday. So I had a couple days off there. I had a couple days off for another convention that was later in the year, and then I had a couple days off the same thing earlier in the year. So I had like 4 days off that year, but it was like 2 4-day weekends and back to work for the rest of the year. It wasn't like having that week or week and a half off to recover and recuperate like you really need to. And I've really only done that like 2 or 3 times, having those 4-day weekends. So this is, we're going to call it a much needed break from not just work, but everything in general. I have been going non-stop, be it cosplay, convention, streaming, car buying, car selling, work, death of a grandparent. Like, in the last 4 years, I have experienced so much, going through everything, the whole of 2020 in general. And I've never really had a break from it at all. And I'll be perfectly honest, it's taxing a lot. Well, what's the thing from the Green Mile? I'm tired, boss. I'm tired. The last time I had a week off straight where I could relax was, I think, when I was 22 years old. I'm 26 now. But when you come back, I'll maybe be around to see you, homie. I would love that, Buffalo. That'd be cool to say hi. I'll be checking back in with everybody when I get home from my vacation. I'll still be on Discord now and then and stuff in my servers and stuff like that, saying hi to people and checking in and so on and so forth. But this channel will go dormant for about 10 to 12 days as I'm going away for a little bit just to recuperate. Like I said, I'm not taking a hiatus so much as it is quite literally a true, honest to goodness vacation. I've had to take a hiatus a couple times for about a week to recover, but I was still working in that time and doing things at home. This will be the first time I walk away from everything for more than a day or two. I'm leaving home and I'm not coming back for a week, and it sounds really nice. I'm going to be disappearing from June till late November, early December because of work. Oh, wow. Okay, so you're going to be gone for a while. Well, Buffalo, if I don't see you, I don't get me wrong, I'm still going to be streaming all the way up through probably Wednesday or Thursday of next week. So, this probably won't be the last time if you stop in to say hello in the next week or so, but if you do go, if you are gone before I come back in June, I wish you the very best. I hope your work goes very well. I don't know exactly what all of that's going to entail for you, but I wish you the best of luck with it. I hope it all goes smoothly, and I hope you are able to come back November, December, and rejoin us in the world here. It's whatever you may be doing. So, man, it's crazy. Bunny, Miyuki's been on hiatus for quite some time now. Bunny just announced her hiatus. It looks like you're going to be gone for a while now, too. I'm going on a vacation. It's like, man, I think you can finally tell after 2 or 3 years of the world being what it is anymore. It seems like life might finally be catching up to all of us in some way or another, and there's only so much we can handle. Well, for you, it's more of a work thing, but life seems to be coming back around to us. September's when I'll be completely offline. Gonna be doing a leadership course to get promoted. Heck yeah. Well, good luck with it, man. I hope you do well in your course, and knowing you, I think you'll be just fine. You seem to be pretty determined, and from what I know, you seem to be a hard worker from what I've seen, so I think you'll do just fine, and I hope you get that promotion. That would be awesome. It's going to be a hard gut/mental check. I can believe that. I know you said you're military, and military is not easy. That's always a challenge when you're trying to do something like that. It's never an easy task that's set in front of you. But like I said, I hope you get through it and it all goes smoothly for you, so you can go and get that promotion and make it all worth the time and effort. That would be awesome. Said I'm glad I don't have to go through that. Right, I can guarantee you, a hard gut and mental check are the two things that would probably do me in right now. I don't know I'd survive that one right now. I'm pushing my limits of what I'm capable of at the moment mentally. I'm so tired. Oh man, I keep dreaming of the day. It's 2 Fridays from now and I can walk out of work and know I don't have to come back for, what is that? 11 days? 11 full turns of the 11 full turns of the cycle, and I don't ever have to even consider going back. It's going to be really nice for that little bit. I'm putting myself to sleep thinking about it. Oh, man. I've hit one of those points where my brain's out of words again. I apologize. If you ever need a chat or want to talk, you can always hit me up. I definitely will, man. I may be a little short for words tonight, but I am usually a little more long-winded. I definitely will be hitting you up to at least say hi and check in on you and stuff and whatever else, and just kind of to say hey and chat, you know? That'd be cool. Yeah, it'd be nice to catch up with friends and stuff, and I just hope we all get through the summer okay, and it'd be cool. Miyuki comes back, Bunny comes back, you come back, and I come back from vacation and I feel better again, and we can all go back to the way it was, you know? I sound like one of those hopeless romantics trying to fantasize about the future now. Nothing ever does go back the way it was most of the time, but you can dream, I guess. Oh, I can tell I'm getting tired. I'm getting philosophical. I don't do this unless I'm tired. Romance me. Moist, moist, moist. Oh, God. Oh, shit, I needed that. Well played, my friend. Well played. Oh, you know, when I said I sound like a romantic, I don't know that's the way I meant it, but... Oh, man. You have impeccable timing, sir. You have impeccable timing. Oh, shit. Oh, well. Alright. Where's my... Alright, yeah, it's still up. We're good. I mean, $5 is $5. That was my college team's slogan. They literally had a slogan, and they said, I'm not gay, but $20 is $20. And I'm like, you know, I don't know I agree with that necessarily. Like, not that there's anything wrong with that, but personally for me, I don't know that that's worth $20 for that. I don't know. I don't know I could do it for just $20. Like, that's great if you swing that way. I just personally don't. I don't know. It's... Oh, those... They were, They also thought the greatest The greatest role models in the world were the characters of Blue Mountain State. So they were weird. I miss those crazy idiots sometimes, though. I don't have the voice tonight. You can hear my voice box is shot. Remember when I said I was having breathing trouble? It messed with my voice box pretty good, too. You can hear how crunchy my voice is. If I actually talk like normal, you can hear it a lot worse, but I'm on the back side of my voice box, so I can talk normally right now. I'm actually lower and back down further than I usually am. That's why it's, I can talk normally, but it sounds scratchy. But it sounds a lot better than this, and it's like, yeah, I can't. Back down. Back down. Okay, there's the back again. Yeah, it's tricky. Don't push your body past its limits, kids. A message from an idiot who did it. Live and learn. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And what don't make you stronger at least teaches you a life lesson, I suppose. And what don't teach you a life lesson is at least still a memory that I'll probably look back and laugh at 20 years from now. Too late, job pushed me well beyond. That's fair. Yeah. And yeah, for you guys, you have to do that then. Yeah, that's the smart way I should have done it was to work up to it. But nah, I just I threw it in there and said send it. That was mistake number one. Kind of like I always compare it. Like what I tried to do was an Olympic sprinter who he hears his alarm clock, falls out of bed straight into the blocks for the 100-meter dash. I'm here to tell you that ain't gonna work too good. What I should have done was got up, turned off my alarm, full send, good and bad times. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, excuse me, an Olympic sprinter. He doesn't wake up in the morning, fall out of bed into the blocks, and run the 100 meters. He wakes up, hits his alarm, stretches, probably eats his Wheaties, goes to the bathroom, gets some water, does some good quality stretches and a warm-up. Then he runs the 100-meter dash. I didn't do any of that. And I did it barefoot in my underwear because I came unprepared. So, as I said, lessons learned. Oh wait, my voice is messed up right now. I wonder if I could do the freaky Scooby laugh they had in like 3 episodes. A little bit. I can get a little bit of it. Fun fact, don't pet a burning dog. Burning dog? Are we talking like a dog that's on fire? Am I to understand that literally? A dog that is on fire. It's a metaphor? Don't pet a burning dog. Is that similar to don't beat a dead horse? I mean, yeah, I get pretty much. Okay, that makes sense. Ah, that does make sense, yeah, because it's kind of pointless, isn't it? Oh, man, I'm tired. Alright. Well, I better keep going here, or I'm not going to get this done before I go to bed tonight. Alrighty. Ooh, hey. Whoa. I have Raiden. Oh yeah. Sick. She's got power. I kind of want her. I definitely want to get Raiden. Hello there, big fella.
Try till I'm dead. Stay with me. Shine down.
The fairy.
Alright, well that was easy.
Why are there Ronin here? This is a Tenryou Commission base.
Something is not right. We must remove all those who stand in our way. Illusion shattered.
Okay.
How's this?
Why can't I use her ability?
Torn to oblivion.
Let's get down to business.
Oh my god.
Boom.
Power cord. Yeah. I swear by my sword. Dissipate. Shine down.
You're the fairy.
Amp it up.
Finally, I'm the
Okay. She got the plot? Oh yeah, you know it. Yeah, it's this is quite literally, and this is not a spoiler or anything, this is quite literally the god of Inazuma. Or goddess, I should say. She's that powerful. She is a god of this world. One of the 7 in particular. She's strong. And she does indeed have the plot. And a whole lot more. She is quite well endowed. That thing hit me and I didn't even notice.
You can't run. Go and fly. Punish me. Out of my way. Feel the beat.
You're the fairy.
Got him. Defeat the opponents. This is just a power fantasy for Raiden. That's all this is.
It's my lucky day.
Stand with me.
Boom.
Inazuma shines eternal.
My lucky day.
Holy sh! She took everybody out in one strike. Like, what? Alright, everybody gather around. Tell me, how came a town of a prince of a town called Bel Air? That might be the wrong crossover.
Wait, hear me.
Raiden?
Illusion shattered. Light judgment.
Say no more.
Yeah.
You're the fairy. Let's get down to business.
There are still more coming? I gotta do 12 of these guys? Are you kidding me?
Feel the beat. I'll settle this. Judgment.
Alright. Raiden, you're on deck. Finish them.
Shall perish.
Whoa, you survived that? What the heck?
Shiver.
Everybody gather around. Come on. There we go.
There is no escape.
Ooh, that one's gonna hurt.
How's this? You're the fairy.
Illusion shattered. Ha ha.
Easy, okay. How does their talent work? No, I don't want to leave domain. I want more information on Raiden. Not exactly sure how her talent works. I wish I knew. So I could try to trigger it a bit more. Oh. GG, easy, LOL. Bye, have a great time. Almost got me in trouble there. Okay. Howdy, fellas. How you doing today? What? Oh, okay.
Power core. I swear by my sword. You can't run.
Kooky? Whoa, these guys are strong. Okay. Raiden, on deck.
There is no escape. Torn to oblivion.
Oh my god, she's OP. She's so OP, it's not even funny. Like, what? Raiden is so OP.
Look, it's Kujo Kamaji. But who's he with?
Don't know.
Almighty Shogun!
Shogun, what are you...
Descendant of the Takatsukasa clan. Explain what is going on here.
Oh, we're just discussing some minor issues that have cropped up in the Tenryo Commission recently. Really, it's nothing worth the almighty Shogun worrying about.
And these minor issues warranted the secluded location and the hiring of Ronin and Kairagi to keep guard?
Well, there's been a lot of turmoil lately. It was just out of security considerations, that's all.
Silence. Descendant of the Kujo clan. Your turn.
All right. I came here intending to negotiate, but it turned out all they were interested in was a written confession from the Kujo clan.
A written confession?
Yes. A statement acknowledging every crime committed by the Kujo clan since the inception of the Vision Hunt Decree, including all the recent misconduct.
All factual statements, of course. Not a single one of them fabricated.
I can't deny that. But it also emphasizes the Takatsukasa clan's achievements throughout the document, claiming they stood steadfast all along and fought back against the crisis. These are all falsehoods.
Says who? Why, you two-faced... You're going back on everything you said.
I'm just stating the facts. I'm sure the almighty Shogun can discern the truth. All the Takatsukasa clan is trying to do is make themselves look good, so they'll be first in line to replace the Kujo clan.
Ooh.
Why else would you push a false narrative in the written confession that paints your clan in a good light, and try to make me sign it under duress?
What are you talking about? You're not under duress, we're just negotiating here. You've completely changed your tune.
I believe I now understand the situation.
Don't listen to his nonsense. I'm sure you're well aware of the major failings of the Kujo clan. Surely you, of everyone, knows. Not a single word they say can be trusted.
You are quite mistaken if you think your dispute is of any interest to me. Descendant of the Takatsukasa clan, you wish to become the new Tenryo commissioner. Do I understand this correctly?
Well, yes, of course. It's the eternal pursuit of everyone in the Tenryo Commission to offer our lives in service of the almighty Shogun.
Then the situation is not as complicated as you seem to have made it. After all, I am the one who appoints the Tenryo Commissioner. The process is quite simple. Anyone who can beat me in a duel becomes the new commissioner.
Sorry, a duel with the almighty Shogun?
The first Tenryo Commissioner demonstrated his will with the blade in his hand. That is why the title has been passed down within the Kujo clan ever since. If you want me to appoint a new clan, then naturally, there must first be a new duel.
Ooh.
Do you not know how to wield a blade? Or do you simply doubt your abilities on account of your advanced age and declining physical condition? Here you are talking about offering your life, and yet you are too afraid to face my blade.
Well...
Well, never mind. What about one of you, then? Anyone who can defeat me, Takatsukasa or not, will be appointed the new Tenryo Commissioner. Does not a single person dare to face me?
I'm gonna game for a bit, so I'll be lurking, homie. No problem. Thanks for hanging out, Buffalo. Enjoy your evening. Thanks for hanging out and talking for a bit there. And it's not always nice to see a friend and hang out for a bit. Like I said, I hope I didn't end that rudely or abruptly. I just ran out of words. And like I said, what I did to my head apparently is taxing my mental strength as well as my ability to acquire the words I seek. So, but yeah, have fun gaming and hanging out. Always appreciate you watching and enjoying your evening. Have a great night, Buffalo. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you enjoy the rest of the stream. Is that something I need to... no, we're good. We're good. No worries.
I will challenge you, almighty Shogun.
Ooh.
What?
Descendant of the Kujo clan. Regrettably, even if you win against me, it cannot atone for the wrongs committed under the Kujo name.
I realize that. I don't stand a chance of winning against you anyway. I know full well that the mistakes my father made ought to spell the end of the Kujo clan's legacy in the Tenryo Commission. Even when I was executing the Vision Hunt decree, I had doubts about my father's decisions. I knew that what I was doing was wrong. But that was as far as I went. I doubted, and I ruminated. I understood the situation perfectly well, but I took no action, and I didn't save a single person. I accept the Kujo clan's decline as punishment for my deeds. I can't even say that I failed to prevent it, because in order to fail, you have to have at least tried.
To be brutally honest, for someone of your strength, there is nothing you could have done, even if you had tried.
Yes. I'm too weak. My father ignores me. My elder brother can't help me. And I even need Ippei to set me straight at times. It's the way it's always been. But if nothing else, and right here, right now in the Kujo clan's final hours, it is I who represent the clan, like my father before me. His duties are now mine to perform. Just as the Shogun said, a forefather of mine once showed his will with his sword. Then please, let me, Kujo Kamaji, end the story of the Kujo clan in the same way that it began. This is my last chance to do something.
This is patently meaningless, but I accept. Come forward.
Okay. This is getting interesting. This ought to be good.
The Kujo clan's honor was forged with courage, tempered with integrity, and shines beyond life and death. Show me whether your blade can bear the weight of your name.
Ready to learn, almighty Shogun.
Oof. She's pulling her punches. Man can't even see and he's still fighting.
Another anomaly in eternity. Nevertheless, it appears that the Kujo honor still courses through your veins. Kujo Kamaji is wounded. Descendants of the Takatsukasa clan, it is your responsibility to take care of him. You may not have the courage to challenge me, but I trust that you are capable of attending to a small matter such as this.
Yes, of course. I apologize. I'm sorry. So sorry.
I had heard that the Kujo clan is no longer fit to shoulder the work of the Tenryou Commission. The search for a successor to the role of Tenryou Commissioner is indeed a matter of great urgency. However, following this duel, I have decided to postpone the Kujo clan's punishment for the time being. In the meantime, I expect the Takatsukasa clan to continue supporting the Kujo clan as before.
As you instruct, so it shall be done. We would not dare question the almighty Shogun's will.
Finally, if you still think you can copy the Fatui strategy of providing me with deceptive information to produce flaws in my judgment, you will see me appear once again as I have done today. Only next time, my blade will show no mercy.
Ooh.
Understood. Thank you, almighty Shogun, for your wisdom and mercy.
That will do. I will have the Okuzumeshu continue the investigation from here. Come with me. Let's find a quiet place. There's something I want to talk about with you.
Alright, let's go have a chat then. Alright, cool. Leave that domain. Ow, we'll keep on trucking. Alright, let's see what we can find here. So have you ever been to Blockbuster? Look for the Xbox, Nintendo, GameCube games? Hedgehog, like I said, I'm not sure what you're talking about here, because Blockbuster has been out of business since I was a very young child. They don't exist anymore, so no, I haven't been there. I didn't really get a chance. I went once when I was a very young child, and I did rent an old GameCube game, although I don't even remember what it was at this point.
Onwards. We have work to do.
So I'm not sure what you reference. I don't know how you're going to look, but I certainly am unsure myself, so...
Whew. When it's time to deal with the situation, you're just like the Shogun. So strict.
Oh, you think so? I thought I was rather accommodating. If it had been the Shogun, she would have decapitated Kujo Kamaji without a second thought.
Maybe that's what he was expecting.
I do believe he was prepared for that outcome. I could see it in his eyes. The Kujo clan has undergone a dramatic change from its glory days to its present decline. Kamaji is hardly a great heir to the Kujo name, but...
It's sad that Blockbuster went out of business because they... Because they what? I'm curious to see where you're going with that thought.
He has shown me how some things remain the same, even as the world around them changes. I also have you to thank. The things we experienced out on the streets, and the photo you took of me, they helped me come to this realization too.
So what's next for the Kujo clan? Will they get to carry on being in charge of the Tenryu Commission?
Not a chance. Even if their heir was someone who showed promise, their past mistakes cannot be erased. Still, I will give them a little more time. After all, they are not the only ones who have made mistakes.
Because they're going bankruptcy or something? Yeah, they went bankrupt long ago, I'm afraid. They are long since gone many years ago. So, yeah, that's not a recent thing, I'm afraid. That's been that way for 10 or 15 years now. Maybe even 20. It's been a long time. Such a beautiful picture of the Shogun. Let me just get myself off screen. I can't, dang it. Such a beautiful picture of the Shogun with her. I want to get that. I want to capture that. I want to just view that for a moment. I love that picture. It's very pretty. The Shogun and her kingdom. And her grand palace. It's quite nice. I like that.
The Shogun does not make mistakes. She is incapable of doing so. But I, as A, would like to offer my apologies. I have much to contemplate in the days to come. But at least, I can now see the way ahead. I think I'll leave that to the Shogun. The greatest threat to eternity is still the erosion that comes with time. As I said, the Shogun has a robust system to protect her against modification. This is because I anticipated that I myself would change over time. But I've made up my mind. So I will do what needs to be done, no matter how difficult it is. This has certainly been a memorable series of events.
Absolutely. You sorted out the Tenryu Commission, and the people in the city got to see a happy and healthy Shogun. All the awful rumors will disappear in no time. If you enjoyed your trip, we should get you out again sometime.
Next time we'll bring you some souvenirs.
No need. There's no place for such things in my life. Also, please stop making it sound as if I somehow need the company. Okay. I'm ready to head back now. My period of solitude will now continue, but it will not last too much longer. I will leave you humans to deal with any minor issues in the meantime.
Okay, see you next time! Considering a lot of what happened was pretty unexpected, things seem to have worked out surprisingly well in the end. The only thing left to do is return the past permit to Yae Miko.
Alright. Alright, let's get this back to Miko. To hear mortal hearts. Hello, Miko.
Miko, we're back! We had a great trip!
Did you now? Well then, you'll have to tell me all about it. How amusing. The almighty Shogun goes downtown, and suddenly she's like a wide-eyed country girl trying to find her bearings in the big city. Marvelous. What a shame I didn't get to see it for myself.
Only you would dare
It's
say
fine.
that.
She wouldn't mind. Really, she wouldn't. So, from what you were saying, it seems that she's finally begun to comprehend what form eternity should take? That's the most important outcome of this trip. To be honest, I wasn't expecting you'd make such great progress when I lent you the pass permit.
Yeah, it seems like she's not gonna force everything to stay the same way anymore.
That's good.
To put it nicely, even deities indulge in wishful thinking. To put it more bluntly, there are things that even the Seven can't do when faced with something even more powerful than themselves.
Human heart.
Take a guess. Anyway, it sounds like you had a very pleasant trip and even had the chance to see A's less formal side. Next time you wish to see her, you can come and take the pass permit from me again. She would never admit to it, but she does in fact get quite lonely.
What? But she said she doesn't need company.
Because she is a god. It's not that gods don't need the company of others, just that the idea of a god having company seems indulgent to her. But you don't belong to this world. Perhaps you are just the company she needs.
That's fair. Alright, that's good. Ooh, 60 gems. Is that enough to get another... I need 4 more. You gotta be kidding. Ah! What is this? Imperiex Ambrosa Act 2? What? Wherefore did the spirit stone descend to? Where's this other one I need to do? Huh. Story quests. Maybe this is what I'm looking for. Is Raiden's other one unlocked then? Ah, there we go. Oh, I have to do hers first. Okay. Oh wow, there's a bunch more of these now. Wow, okay. Alright, can I, like, stop these by chance? Ending rewards. Oh boy, there's 5 of those. Go. Am I able to... Oh, that's handy. Huh. Okay. I can get Kokomi's unlocked. Okay, are some of these... I feel like some of these are what I'm supposed to be looking for. Imperatrix Ambrosa is definitely one of them I seek. What's another one of this? Taurus Iracundus chapter. Taurus Iracundus. That must be a story quest. God, there's 12 endings for Noelle's? Are you kidding? Holy crap. Taurus Iracundus. It's Ito's. Complete prerequisite crests. Draconia Smolinetta. I have to do Kokomi's. That's what's holding me up right now. So I have to do Raiden's next one. then Kokomi's, and then Ito's, so I can get through all of this. Just so I can get back. Okay. Okay, this is starting to make more sense now. Taurus Iracundus. Okay. And then what's this other one I have to get done? Wherefore did the Spirit Stone descend? I don't even know how to do that.
Looks pretty rock and roll to
Watatsumi
me.
sightseeing. Okay. Oh, that's why, because I can unlock these. Okay, that makes sense now. Is this still the same thing over here? Yeah, it is. Alright, well, I suppose I should go and unlock a new teleport waypoint, I suppose. To Tarasuna. Let's go here and get that one on the other end of this island. That'll get me one more fate and get me to 8 before I call it a night tonight.
Oh, it's really coming down. It'll be all sorts of bad if my guitar got wet.
Alright, let's get down to the other end of the island. We know where we're going. I'm gonna miss having Raiden's power to use. She had some serious power. That was awesome to play with. Talk about power fantasy. Four. Nailed it. Touch the sword hilt. Cannot be performed during oh, come on. Bruh. Go long. Gene, go for gold. Down in the deep end. I want to touch that sword hilt. I want to know what happens. Whoa. Let's heal up with Kuki and try to touch that again. I want to see what it does. Maybe if I touch it with an electro. It just summons lightning. Nothing happens. So all it does is summon lightning. That's so bizarre. What a strange thing to have. Five Primogems. Nice. What is this emanating black over here? Oh, it's an enemy. Alright.
Barbados, guide us.
GG, easy, LOL. Okay, well, that should get me... Let's get maybe off of Lightning Strike Island here. Okay. I know it's kind of peaceful, like... Oh, is my Wave Rider still there? Really? Okay, weird. Let's maybe head out to this one, the Violet Court. We're just gonna bing chillin' out here for a minute. So I can vibe.
This weather is perfect. We should move out.
Wish. Shop. Confirm. I have 1 Primogem, but I have 8 Fates. I am so close. Ah, so close. I know I'll get 60 and 90 is 150. Oh man, I'm so freaking close, it's not even funny. Like, come on. I just want to wish for Ganyu.
It's time to move on. We shouldn't stay here.
Alright. I think this is a nice place to pop a squat and end it for the day. God, this is easily, minus the thunderstormy thing, this is easily one of my favorite countries in this game. Inazuma is gorgeous. Alright, so who do I have and who don't I still? I do have Kave and Mika. I don't have Dea. Having Dea would be really cool. Alhaitham, eh. Nahida, cute and adorable. Layla, Farazan, the Wanderer. Sino, Nilao. Yelan, Kamisato Ayato. Ito. Yoimiya is one I want. Raiden, I want her. Kokumi, I want her. Kazuha would be cool. Zhao, eh. Ganyu, yes. Albedo, eh. Klee, yes. Child, eh. Zhongli, eh. Cool, but eh. Venti, eh. Mona and Chi-Chi, eh. I have more than I thought I did. Still a lot more that I'm surprised I don't have. Alrighty. Well, let's see if anybody else is on to go raid this evening, shall we? Okay. Do we want to go raid May or Veery? It says they're playing the same game. It doesn't look like it. I'll go raid May. She's doing May every day in May, so we'll go support her. Alrighty. Ash raid. Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys stopping in to hang out and have some fun with me. I will be back. Excuse me. I will not be back on tomorrow as I'm building the new PC. However, I will plan to be back on Wednesday. We will be doing a little more Genshin, and we will be getting into, yeah, hopefully some F122 with JMech afterwards. So, stay tuned. we'll see how all that goes. Should be fun and quite interesting. So, but yeah, for now, let's go raid Matsusaka Mei. And we'll send her the love that direction. Have a great evening, everybody. My name's Soji, and I'm out. Whoops. Hey, that was louder than I wanted it to be. But yeah, have a great night, everybody. My name's Soji, and I'm out of here. I'll catch you guys again on the flip side. Have a great night. I'm out.